Okay, hello friends, this is Yusuf here. Welcome to a brand new series of videos. Okay, so it's been quite some time since we posted our last video, but from today we're gonna start posting a series of videos covering the web development concepts. Okay, in our previous video, we have just seen the overview about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript and what is the purpose of it. Okay, so now we have gonna start going in deep. So to start with, we're gonna start learning the HTML basics, and then we'll go for CSS and JavaScript. Okay, fine. So today is the first video, so we'll see some basic structure of HTML, and we will see how do we create our own first HTML and view it in the browser, and then we'll see what kind of browser features we can use to understand and debug the HTML if needed, and then we'll proceed accordingly. Okay, so for that, what I have done. To start with HTML is very simple. You just need to have a PC that should have a browser and a text editor. Okay, so even you can write HTML with Notepad, but it won't be so nice to use. Okay, so feel free to use your own text editor. Here I will be using Sublime Text, but you can use Sublime Text, Atom, Notepad++, or Visual Studio Code, whatever it is. Okay, but these latest text editors will give us some intelligence that will make our job easy, that we'll see in action. Okay, and for the browser we'll use Chrome. Okay, because that has the more support for the the latest tags and so on, but feel free to use whatever the browser you have, but Internet Explorer is not recommended. Okay, anyway, so let's start with that. So I just have created a basic HTML file, not created any content. Okay, so here so since it's a Sublime Text, right, so if I type HTML and then press tab, it will give you a small boilerplate. Okay, so this is a bare minimum structure for the HTML. So say for example, it start with a tag called doctype. Okay, so this is important. So this tells the browser that you are going to write HTML version 5. Okay, so there are version 3 and version 4 so on, but version 5 is the latest one. It has a lot of features and it supports more tags. At the same time, it's actually kind of omitting unwanted tags. Okay, so based on this particular first line, the browser will know, okay, the page we're going to render is actually in HTML5, so based on that it will work. Okay, so that's just the syntax. Okay, then the HTML is actually our parent tag for the whole document, and then it will split into two sections, head and body. Okay, head will have a title. We can give like my first website. Okay, and then yeah, body is where all the content will go. So as usual, we'll start with hello world. Okay, and then save. So to view the content, either you can click the document, it will open in browser, or you can just right click and open in browser if you are using Visual Studio Code or Sublime Text. Okay, then we should be able to see the content. Okay, so before we go on to understand tags, okay, let me tell you this. So HTML is hypertext markup language, as you know. It's not a programming language. Okay, a programming language means it should have a compute capability. Okay, like if loop, for loop, declaring variable, and so on. But this is not a programming language, it's a markup language. So a markup language will have tags. Okay, a tag is nothing but something. It will start with the angular bracket and then it will close with the angular bracket. Okay, so if you remember, XML is actually extensible markup language. That's why you see a similar syntax for XML. Okay, that's one clarification. So okay, so let's see the tags in general. So the basic tags of HTML, as we just discussed, HTML, and inside we have head and body, right? So here let's learn about some browser features, because that is important. So if you right click a Chrome browser, if you go for inspect, then there will be a developer tools opening on your console. Okay, so this developer tool will be very much useful when we want to go into a particular segment and see what is the value, and then there are a lot of good use cases to it, so that we will understand when we go through a bigger document. Okay, so here what we can do, so we have this particular tool using which we can point a particular element, then if you click you will see the content down below, and then if it has any particular styling, it will come down below in the style section. Okay, so okay, let's add more content. Okay, so this is a plain text, so that's why you are seeing a plain text. A first tag what we're going to learn today is a paragraph tag. So if you can type P and then press tab, it will come. It's a feature of Sublime Text, okay. And then let me tell this is where. So what you're going to see here, if when you refresh, okay, so it's appearing here. You can ask me what is the difference between this and this, okay. So for that what I'm going to do, I'm going to surround this hello world also in a paragraph tag and then just see what's happening, okay. I'm saving this document. Here if I refresh, you can see there is a space coming in, okay. So which means again if you select that particular value, you see that there is a margin there, okay. So based on the tag, okay, we specify, the browser will apply some default styling, okay. So that's how these predefined tags have its own way of displaying the content, okay. So another good example is heading tags. So this is big heading, okay, and we're gonna surround this with the h1 tag. So h1 is the highest level of heading. So if you refresh, you'll see this is a big data. So if you go again inspect that particular thing, you will see that there are a list of h1 properties applied, okay. It says that font size is 2em, display block, so on. So these are CSS properties. We will learn more about CSS later, but the h1, when we apply h1, the browser itself default applying few styles, okay. That's what we're saying. So we have 6 different things, okay. So we can type h1, h2, h3, h4, h5, and also you can go to h6, okay. Let's see how that looks like. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, save, and here is what it will look like, okay. So this is ranging from bigger to smaller, so we can use it in our document appropriately whenever needed, okay. And okay, so apart from that, so one thing in HTML document is it will ignore white spaces. So what I mean by white spaces is, assume if I give to enter here, okay, save, but here you will not see any difference, okay. These white spaces are not considered for rendering, okay. So the HTML document will render only the content that belongs to the tags, okay. So now what if I want to have a space between these two heading, okay, so between h2 and h3, say for example, then we can have something called br, okay. Br is called a break tag. So if I give to break and then if you save and refresh, you will see a basically gap between sections, okay. So that's one basic tag, and there is one more tag called horizontal rule. So let me tell that one. So hr, you see horizontal line coming in, so that is also one of the basic tag, okay. And in any code, what's important is to understand the comments, okay. It's very important. So here in HTML we can give comment. So say for example this is comment, okay, save, you see this data here, this is comment, okay. So if you want to make this as a comment actually, so what you have to do, you need to have a syntax, a less than symbol, exclamation mark, then to hyphen, okay. Then it considers everything as comment, okay. To finish the comment we have to end it like that. So comment, there is nothing called one line comment or multi-line comment. So in HTML everything is a multi-line comment. So which means if I save this and then refresh, this is comment is gone. So if I take this and then put it to here, okay, save here, then we'll see we lose the h1 h2. So the point is yeah, so we can have multi-line comment. This is syntax, okay. So I think yeah, so we'll start with the slow phase. So we just learned what is the structure of the HTML, and then we learned some basic tags, okay. And to just give a closing note, we can also have multiple tags supporting the content, okay. So say for example, so here we have paragraph tag, so that says hello world. So what if I want to basically make it bold, okay, then there is a tag called bold B, or we can use a tag called strong that we'll see in our next video, okay. But just for example, we can have multiple tags surrounded within the same content. So if you save, both the tags will apply to that content, okay. Even we can go in depth. So say I'm giving an emphasize tag to the world, save, then you will see only the world will get all the three tags like bold, paragraph and emphasis. Understand? So basically the content whatever is going to render, it will take all the tags surrounded with that and then it will render accordingly. Okay. Yeah, I think this is a good time to stop. So yeah, so we just learned our first website just for, okay, the title will come here. Okay. So anyway, so we just learned the basic structure of the HTML document and we learned some basic tags. Okay. In our next video we are going to learn many more tags. We are going to go with the category. So in our next lecture we will see the formatting tags. Okay, so formatting tags means how will you make bold, italic, okay, and underline and superscript, subscript. So there are a lot of content under the formatting tags that we will see in our next video. Okay, so yeah, so this is going to be interesting series of videos. So if you are starting web development or you already know you want to revise the concept, so this will be a good starting point. So you can code along with me. So I have some thought about giving some challenges, okay, and then kind of interactive sessions. So I hope this time it will be very much interesting series of videos. So stay tuned to it. So yeah, this is the end of this first video. So I hope you like it. If you like it, you share it with your friends so that we all can join this journey. So I'll see you in the next video very soon. So until then, thanks for watching.